is going to be here. So welcome to the Leader Roundtable for the month of April. Today we have, I'll have someone joining me. It's Amber Lashane. She's Membership and Retention Manager for Baltimore, Carroll, and Hartford counties. And then I'm Sylvia Stevrak-Pruden. Just a little housekeeping for those of you that haven't been to a webinar before. Everyone will be on mute. That'll help keep the background noise down. This webinar will be recorded and will be linked to the Girl Scout at Home section of the Girl Scouts Central Maryland website. Throughout the webinar, we'll take a pause to answer any questions that may be in the chat log. And when you see this blue pause sign, that's when we'll be stopping. Okay, if you need to share a thought or a question, over on the right-hand side of your screen is a chat log. So you can type your message into the box, or you can add a smiley face. And so the first question I'm going to ask you is, can you hear me? Please type in so I know you're there. Can hear us, that's great. So we'll keep moving on. And so the first thing we're going to do is talk about Girl Scouts NO, and Amber Lashane will come in and share this information for you.
I am glad that you were able to join us tonight. We really appreciate it. Want to talk a little bit about Girl Scouts at Home. We are going through a very unprecedented time, but this is a great time for Girl Scouts to continue to thrive and do very well, and for girls to continue to connect with Girl Scouts, as Girl Scouts can serve as a staple for them in their lives through this time that's quite unprecedented. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Girl Scouts at Home. Girl Scouts at Home is a way for our current Girl Scouts, as well as girls who are new to Girl Scouting, to participate in Girl Scout programming. It's also a way for volunteers to for you to receive information and updates, as well as some resources and tips to keep your Girl Scouting experience going for your girls. So the Girl Scouts at Home is available on the GSCM website, and there are sections for girls as well as volunteers. The girls section has activities for girls to participate in. That is for girls of every level. Those activities are for girls in kindergarten through 12th grade. And girls will find their badge workshops, so there are sessions for badges. There's also journeys available and activity guides. You'll also find in the girls section information about the Facebook Live sessions that are available for girls, and these are some badge and journey sessions that are available for girls. That is available on the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland Facebook page. So if you are a member of Facebook, you would find Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. That is the Facebook page. Those badge activities and journey sessions are being streamed there live. And if you are unable to watch the live stream, those activities are also being posted on the Girl Scouts Central Maryland YouTube channel. So that's Girl Scouts Central Maryland. For YouTube, it's all one word. So Girl Scouts Central MD. That's the YouTube channel. So if you're unable to watch, the girls are unable to watch the live stream version, they can see those activities by visiting the Girl Scouts at Home page on GSCM's website, as well as the YouTube channel, and links are available for both. The Girl Scouts from Home volunteer session has enriching activities, enrichment webinars for volunteers and interactive sessions. There's sessions about the volunteer toolkit, um, leadership styles, songs, swaps, knot tying, managing stress and conflict. So lots of information for volunteers and tips for you to have. There is also on the Girl Scouts at Home webpage a link to the National Girl Scouts at Home program. This is a national resource available at girlscouts.org. And this is where girls can explore either by grade level or by topic. So whatever level they are in Girl Scouts, whether Daisy, Brownie, Junior, Cadet, Senior, or an Ambassador, or girls can find opportunities or resources based on, excuse me, based on our pillars. So STEM, outdoor, life skills, and entrepreneurship. So you can filter through that way for a girl. The activities are available there for the girls to see. They are free. There are some downloads that can be done for the official badge booklets, and those are available for everyone. All right. So we see here listed, we have some GSUSA resources that are also available. These are some tips and some articles for dealing with the pandemic. So how your troop can host a virtual meeting, how to have your daisies earn petals through a virtual meeting. Excuse me, tips on how to support your troop when you can't meet. And there's some tips on how to raise awesome girls, and that would be great for some of your parents as well, and how to make distance learning work, and for parents as well as how to talk to your child about COVID-19. So all right, also on the GSUSA website they're hosting campfire chats. This is an awesome way for the Girl Scout Alumni Network is hosting these chats. Excuse me. They have some coming up really soon. The first that you see here is being held on April 22nd. So that's Easy Girl Scout Cookie Dessert. So that's being held on April 22nd. These chats can be found on the Girl Scouts website, so girlscouts.org. And if you go to the adult tab and then hit the Girl Scout Network, and you'll see the campfire chat. So there are all kinds of campfire chats that will be held. You have financial health. You have work-life integration in time of COVID-19. Procrastinating baking at home sounds pretty interesting. They're going to learn, show ways or talk about ways to make a basic cake at home, and creative cupcake decorating. They'll be talking about that as well. So now some more resources for you from GSCM. We do have the exciting volunteer webinars that are being held. You should have received an email with a link for these. The dates and times and subjects are also available on the Girl Scout at Home page. Coming up really soon in honor of Leader Appreciation on April 22nd, there will be an online celebration of volunteers, of you and all that you do, and we do thank you so very much. And for that webinar, our very own CEO, Violet Apple, will be in attendance, and we'll be doing some crafts and just celebrating our lovely leaders. So thank you for all that you do. Also coming up through April 30th, we have knot tying on April 23rd, Girl Scout traditions on April 27th. So come and learn how to bring traditions to your troops and your groups. Great time there. We'll have managing stress and conflict on April 29th. So come find some come find out about some effective ways to manage stress conflict and change. Like, this is a big change going on right now for so many people. And so this webinar here is to help everyone with dealing with stress, conflict, and change. And on April 30th, we want to celebrate your move to the next Girl Scout level. So we want to talk a little about bridging in that webinar for you. So we'll talk about the bridging experience and how leaders can prepare for their next level of Girl Scouting. So we also have coming up for you, we have some get to know Girl Scout sessions being held. There is this information is also on the Girl Scouts at Home website, and these are informative webinars about getting to know Girl Scouts. So they're broken down by level, and each webinar talks about the Girl Scout experience at that level and what girls are doing, what girls are doing in the Girl Scout movement at that level. These webinars are available on the YouTube channel as well as on the Girl Scouts from Home page. And this is for girls and families who are not yet connected to Girl Scouts. So if you know someone who is interested in joining Girl Scouts, they've been speaking with you about joining Girl Scouts, feel free to invite them to watch those. All right, and as always, for our latest information and updates on COVID-19 and its relation to Girl Scouts of Central Maryland, please visit our GSCM website for the latest updates and news. All right, so we'd like to ask you, how are you and your troop staying connected at this time? Type your answers in our chat log for us. Thank you. We see that you're hosting virtual meetings using Google Meets. Great resource for you. Zoom meetings, Google Hangouts as well. And I also see that your troops are doing virtual meetings and participating in the Girl Scout webinars. Thank you.
Turn the tide and talk about spring renewal. I just wanted to let you know right now, this is just some top line information. We will have information going out prior to May 1st that will contain all of the incentives and the dates and the deadlines. But we just wanted to bring a few things since we're probably not meeting with each other and we're not having service unit meetings. We just wanted to kind of just have a little reminder of some things that you should be preparing at this point in time. So spring renewal is the time when we encourage all of our Girl Scout girls and our Girl Scout adults to renew their membership so they can come back for another year of Girl Scouts. The campaign date begins on May 1st. Here's what you can do if no matter if you're a service unit teammate or a troop leader. There's a couple of things that we can do in preparation of spring renewal. Noted that in the March talking points, this date we had set for April 17th for your troop cleanup, but we've changed that and there's a new deadline and that will be April 28th. So if you're on the service unit team, take a look at the list of your troops and let us know if you have troops that are no longer active, or maybe they were trying to start up and you never use the number, something like that. So let us know so that we can clean that up. And troop leaders, prior to April 28th, we'd like you to review your list of troop members and let us know if there's any inactive girls. So if you had some girl that maybe came to a couple meetings and you haven't seen her since before Christmas, that's someone that will remove from your roles so that you can have a full troop going forward. So on April 29th, we're going to take a snapshot, and that will include all the active girls in your troop, and that will serve as the starting point for spring renewal. The question that we often get during spring renewal is, what do I do? I have someone that's going to go to another troop, or I have somebody that's bridging. And so these are often a number of questions. And so the answer to that is that girls that are bridging to a new level or maybe transferring troops because of other activities should register into the current troop that they're in. Girls changing program levels or changing troops can be moved via an email to membercare@gscm.org. And girls will be moved to the new level after spring renewal is concluded. And the dates and for this whole process will be shared in the spring renewal information that gets sent out. Back again by popular demand is our self-checking tool. We refer to this as the awesome table in the office because we think this is just really great, because at any point in time you can go and track your troops' progress on the chart. So here are some of the things that we had last year that you could check on. It's going to be on the volunteer tab of the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland webpage. There's going to be a spring renewal qualifications link, and then you can scroll down to the bottom of that and enter in your troop number and then see where you are in the process. Now, updating this is manual. So if you renew all your girls and 5 minutes later go check the awesome table, it's not going to be there, because usually what we do is a couple times a week we'll take that information, we'll run reports and update this table. And so give it, usually we commit to updating it at least once a week. Last year I think we did it 2 or 3 times a week, so we do keep on top of updates so that you know where you stand in the process. Also, with this time of the year, we're going to talk about your end of year report. And that's your financial status of your troop that gets submitted to the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. Okay, if you are a leader and you have a treasurer, you need to tell your treasurer about this now. We had a couple situations last year where treasurers were like, I didn't find out to the last minute. So if you're a troop leader, tap your treasurer and tell them that this is coming up so they kind of can get their papers all in a row so that they can fill this out with ease. As last year, the end of year financial report will be on the VTK. And also on the VTK, there's a practice sheet. So if you want to get prepared for inputting the data into the VTK finance tab, you can go and put all your information in and make sure the math it works out right, because the practice sheet on the practice sheet will do the math for you. So then if it all works out and everything looks okay, you'll be ready to go to submit that final report. Now, the thing about the finance report on the VTK is that you can only go in and make an update and submit it once. Okay, once you hit that submit button, no adjustments can be made. But if you need to work a little bit on Monday night and then come back on Wednesday night to finish it up, that's you can do, provided that you don't hit the submit button on Monday night. So additionally, we'll ask with your report to attach your most recent bank statement. And then when you have all of that, you can submit the report. And again, we'll be announcing the due date when we send all the information out for spring renewal. We're got a stop point here. So does anybody have any questions about the information that we've covered so far? going to forge on ahead. And as a reminder, if something comes up and you need to ask a question, just type it in the chat log. We're monitoring that as we go. Also, we had scheduled in May the Adult Learning Roundup. And due to the COVID-19, we will be canceling the Adult Learning Roundup on May 9th. That was going to be held at Camp Conowingo. We do have a fall roundup that we'll be scheduling for October 17th, and that will be at the Seton facility. And we're looking to schedule another one in May, and we're looking at the date May 8th, but that just came up here, so I couldn't get it on the slides. So we will be having adult learning roundups next year. So we're always looking for volunteers that are willing to share their talents. So if you've got something, or you can do something that a leader can take back and share with her girls, please let us know just by sending an email into member care. On our webinar where we have questions and answers. And so I'd like people to type any questions that they have. All right, there is a question in the log. It says, do we know when or if the Jamboree Summit May camping trip? If it's being canceled, when will a refund be issued? I'm not sure about that, because that's handled by the program team. But I can also make sure that we get that information to you, and I'll make note of that. Someone wants to know if we're going to get, I can email the presentation, and yes, we can do that. And we also will give you a link to the webinar, so you can either, you'll get it in an email, whether a person attended for the whole thing or not. We have someone that's on the Camp Summit team, that's on the planning committee for that. And it said that the camping trip has been canceled for the first week of May. So that is an update. And someone said, I got on a little bit late. Will this webinar be available on the GSCM website? Yes, it will. It'll be as Amber noted, it'll be at the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland GS at Home. All right. Do we have any other questions? All right, I got a question for you. We've been calling leaders to check in with them. Our whole team has been calling them. And I was wondering, how many of you received a call from your membership experienced associate, kind of just touching base with you and finding out about that? So if you received a call, just let me know in the task. Oh, yep, someone's got calls and emails. Yeah, the calls would go to the leader. And so we've made over 900 calls. So I think we've almost touched base with every leader, but I see that we have someone who's not. If you might be listed with a do not call, you may not have received a call. And okay, so it looks like a lot of people have been getting calls. That's good to know. We started with the leaders that were the first year and the second year leaders, and now we're rounding out with those that have been with us a little bit longer. All right, does anybody have any questions before we move on? Okay. So the next time we're going to meet will be for the Leader Roundtable. That will be May 21st, 2019. I'm glad to see that we had so many people that have been attending these on a regular basis. I've recognized some of the names, so thank you for coming. And for those of you that are new to this, you can register for the May one using the same link that you used for this webinar. Amber, do you have anything else that you would like to add?
Take an opportunity to thank you for all that you do, and volunteering with Girl Scouts and the impact that you have on our girls.
That's great. And I second that. And then our next slide says thank you. And so thank you for what you do to continue to work with the girls. I know it's a little bit difficult juggling things at this time because we've got people that are working at home. We have kids that need to be schooled, and you guys are out there still trying to hold Girl Scout meetings. And so thank you for doing that. We have a number of questions that are coming in about cookies. There has been some updates on that, but the best thing for you to do is to send an email to member care, and it'll get sent over to the product sales department, and someone will answer your question. Okay, so we hope to see all of you on Wednesday for the volunteer celebration with Violet Apple and a number of people. So hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. All righty. Thank you so much for attending.